GETTYGwyneth Paltrow has received threats and menacing letters sent to her at her children's school. Iron Man star, 45, has obtained a temporary restraining order against an alleged stalker banning him from going within 200 yards of her 13-year-old daughter Apple and 11-year-old son Moses. Legal documents identify a male, 35, who stands accused of firing off an alarming number of emails to Gwyneth. The man is also accused of sending disturbing UAL emails to my child's school and leaving physical notes addressed to me near the Goop, her lifestyle brand store in Santa Monica, she writes in the legal papers. The accused is reportedly the same man who stalked U.S. President Donald Trump's daughter Ivanka, 36, for which he previously served 6 months in jail for aggravating and harassing. Gwyneth has a court hearing scheduled for next month, when she and her lawyers will seek to make the protective order permanent. Last year Dante Soiu, 67, a man Gwyneth accused of being a pest for sending her 66 letters and packages in recent years, was found not guilty of all charges but jury. Rihanna's uncle arrested. A tip-off by pop star Rihanna has reportedly led to her uncle's arrest. The singer's relative is facing charges of selling fake copies of items from her collaborative fashion range with sports giant Puma. Leroy Fitzgerald Braithwaite, 53, appeared in court in Barbados this week. According to Barbados Daily Nation newspaper, police officers said they began investigating Leroy after a lead from the singer herself. During a visit to her homeland, the 29-year-old reportedly noticed knockoff versions of her Puma line, and reported the matter to company executives, who then alerted officials. Leroy, who has denied the allegations, has been released on bail ahead of a hearing on November 28. Rihanna, real name Robin Rihanna Fenty, unveiled her Fenty x Puma fashion line last year at a star-studded event during New York Fashion Week. GC Images. Jim admits battle with depression. Comedian Jim Carrey says he has overcome depression after struggling with it for years. The actor was battling the mental illness at the height of his fame, when he starred in such as The Mask and Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. But now, finally, the dark days have mostly passed. At this point, I don't have depression, says the 55-year-old. I had that for years. But now, when the rain comes, it rains, but it doesn't stay. It doesn't stay long enough to immerse me and drown me anymore. Describing himself as sometimes happy, the father of phone added, "What's happening is really good, but there is some really bad too. Some people have come at me in the last couple of years with the intent of breaking me down." In recent months, the star has been sued by the family of his late ex-girlfriend Catriona White for her wrongful death, accusing Jim of supplying the drugs that led to her passing. Wire imager. Jim Carrey said he has overcome depression after suffering with it for years. Strictly's Debbie McGee blames her age for dance-off. Last week she revealed she was strapping hot water bottles to herself after suffering a back injury. Now Debbie McGee says she may have tendon issues. The 59-year-old, once a favorite to win the show, found herself in the dreaded dance-off over the weekend and blames her age and the saucy moves expected of her. "My hip was hurting last week. As every dance you are doing, you are using muscles you have never used before, or for 30-odd years in my case," she says. "On Saturday it actually felt like my tendon had gone over my hip bone, and when I put my weight on my left foot it kept giving way and my leg was buckling. With the Latin dances you have to wiggle your hips. I am a little bit rigid, so it takes me a couple of days to feel comfortable," she adds. "I had to have some physio on Saturday night. They gave me ice packs. I had to go back to the hotel and soak in a bath and put an ice pack on." BBC. Debbie McGee said ending up in the Strictly dance-off may be down to suffering with her hips. Monday, November 20, 2017. Strictly Come Dancing 2017 Best Moments so far. Benedict faces war with neighbors over building plans. Benedict Cumberbatch is facing the wrath of his neighbors over his plans to build a large shed in his North London back garden. Locals argue that the 20 feet by 8 feet shed is too imposing and more like a pavilion. The actor bought his 5-bedroom Victorian villa in Camden for £2.7 million in 2015, but is yet to move in. Plans submitted to the council state that the shed will be just under 10 feet high, covering an area of 15 square meters. A spokesman for the opposing Conservation Area Committee argues this shed is in fact a large construction across almost the entire width of the property. One neighbor stated, "We've put up with his building project for the best part of 2 years now. Why can't he just go to BQ, get a little pack number and knock it up himself on a Sunday afternoon? Looks like Sherlock's home will stay unoccupied for a while yet."